and welcome back to another episode of Jeff and Joe's Puerto Rican Kitchen, where we show you how to make easy, authentic Puerto Rican recipes. We're on day 14 of our quarantine series, the last day, and we've made it, so thank you so much for your support so far. The recipe we're going to be doing today was requested by you, one of our viewers, so thank you so much for the recommendation. You requested that we make Ensalada de Bacalao, and that's actually a super traditional Puerto Rican dish. You start with salted cod, you boil it, you mix it with onions, avocado, tomatoes, and olive oil. It's super delicious, and I have lots of memories of my grandpa and my grandma eating that almost every day. So let's get cooking.
Yo te la traigo de Cupey, de Vega Baja y de Santurce, de todas partes de Puerto Rico.
The ingredients for today's recipe include 1 pound of salted cod, 2 eggs, 1 large avocado, 1 tomato, 1 onion, olive oil, and vinegar. The vinegar is optional. We're going to start with preparing the cod, which takes the longest in this recipe. Start with a large pot filled with water halfway. Turn on the stove to medium-high and add your eggs to the water. Once the water comes to a boil, then add the cod to the water and boil for 10 minutes. While the cod is boiling, we're going to prepare the rest of the ingredients. We will start with the avocado. Open your avocado in half. If there are any parts that look brownish or discolored, leave those to the side. Chop the rest of the avocado in large chunks. I am suggesting larger chunks so it doesn't get lost with the other ingredients, but you can choose to cut it in smaller pieces if you like. I like to use a spoon to separate the skin and the flesh. Place all of the pieces of the avocado in a clean bowl. Next, we will cut the tomato. Again, I am doing larger chunks here, but if you decide to cut the avocado smaller, then follow the same size with the tomato. It is nice that all of the vegetables are about the same size. Add the chunks to the same bowl with the avocado. Finally, we're going to cut the onion. I am using a medium yellow onion. You can use white onion or even purple onion if you prefer. Remove the outer skin from the onion and then cut in quarters and slice finely. Add the slices to the same bowl with the tomato and avocado. After the cod has been boiling for 10 minutes, drain the water from the pot and remove the cod and eggs from the pot. Then rinse the pot and fill it with clean cold water and place the cod pieces in there. Let the cod sit in the water for 10 minutes and then repeat this process. Drain the water out and place the cod in clean cold water for another 10 minutes. Taste the cod every time you drain it until it reaches your desired salt level. It took us 3 times for this cod, but every piece is different. Once it reaches your desired saltiness, then shred the cod with your hands. This process serves 2 purposes. First, we want to cut the cod into smaller pieces, and we also want to go through the cod to remove any bones. Although the cod is supposed to be boneless, I have found some bones in some pieces, and it is better to remove it now than after you take a bite. Your eggs have probably cooled down by now, so go ahead and tap the first egg against a hard surface and peel away the shell. Repeat this process with your second egg. Make sure that there are no pieces of shell left, and then chop your eggs into chunks and add it to the bowl with the tomato, onion, and avocado. With all the ingredients prepped, all you have to do is mix them. Add the tomato, onion, avocado, and eggs to the cod. Then add the olive oil and vinegar. As I mentioned, the vinegar is optional. Then mix all of the ingredients thoroughly. Be careful when mixing that you don't break up the avocado or the tomatoes. Then cover the salad with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for about 45 minutes. This will allow all of the flavors to melt together. After the 45 minutes, take it out of the fridge and enjoy. Well, our ensalada de bacalao is ready, so let's give it a try. So good. Has a perfect amount of salt. That's a very important part of the process. After you boil the cod and you strain it the first time, and then you keep putting clean water and straining it. Kind of have to try it every once in a while to make sure that it will be ready once it reaches the right amount of salt for your taste. Maybe for me it's more, for you it's less, or the other way. Another thing I really wanted to point out is there's no standard recipe for this. My grandpa puts lettuce on his. My mom says she sometimes puts olives in hers. Some people don't put any vinegar. So this is kind of something you guys can make your own as you start trying it. You can add things that you like. And so with this recipe, we finish our 14-day quarantine series. Again, thank you so much for your support during these 14 days. We have been very lucky to be able to do this from our home, and we hope that it has been helpful for you as you've had to stay in your home. And we'll see you again next week for another episode of Jeff and Joe's Puerto Rican Kitchen.